which once more I sit. I curse the very thought of it. Doors creaking through the cold empty halls, and cobwebs on the walls. A box filled with broken dreams, scattered pictures from a life once filled with glee. So ghastly through the dead of night I go. Dark kitchen where I cook my shit. How I shudder at the thought of it. Pots and pans amidst the stale hollow stink, and dishes in the sink. The cheese that's been there for years, the tiled floor that's not been washed but for blood and tears, and the forks and spoons from a bygone time once shined so bright they have no life amidst the darkening clouds, and children play on the streets below as I die alone in this dark house. There's something broken inside of me, something no one else can see. Something hurts and it's way down deep. I think there's something wrong with me. I've got friends that I never see. They say they don't have time for me. I try to reach out to my family, but I just get voicemail. I try to watch TV, it only saddens me. Everyone's yelling and screaming and fighting in the streets. I put some food in the microwave, forgot about it for several days. Then when I found it, I just threw it away. There's surely something wrong with me. All the kids in the neighborhood tell me I don't look so good. How I would change it all if I could, but I can't. Every day used to be such possibility. Now every road that I take leads to failure and despair. Here we go. There's something broken inside of me, but whatever will be, will be. I guess guess it's just my fucking destiny, because there's something wrong with me. Play it. I guess it's just my fucking destiny, because there's something wrong with me.
Testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Check. 1, 2. Help. Help. Is there anyone there? Testing. Check. Checking the mic. 1, 2. Check test 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 3. Testing. Help. Help. Check.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today we're going to be making a very Halloweeny dish. It's called Henry's Scary Egg Eyes in a Basket, where we're going to be making eyes out of eggs, and we're going to make them look like they're in a basket, meaning in a piece of toast. I'm going to show you what it's going to look like when we're done. It's actually a combination of two recipes. On the left there you can see the egg in a basket, but on the right there's a little twist that we're going to do where we're going to make them look like eyes. So that's basically what's going on there. I want to thank a couple people here for subscribing. We've got Shyler Streams and Silver Dax, Beelzebub, Gifted Subs, and Blaze God, Cosmonaut, and not Ezekiel, as opposed to Ezekiel. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what's happening in my life here. Thanks Hellboy200-120 for subscribing. Extraterrestrials, thank you very much. And I'm gonna EU just subscribed. I'm gonna do all the subscriptions in a in one group because I tend to have OCD, so I say them as they happen, but then I don't get to say the thing that I'm going to say. But thank you, EU, and I have an extreme thank you to make to Too Much Junk Food, who is a user on here.
Oh, hi.
Alexandrian Doodles just subscribed, thanks. Or did something. Gifted a tier 1 sub, thanks. So thank you for turning on your stream today, Henry. Thanks, Nathan Ford. Okay. Yesterday, we had a problem with the microwave. Zoden3300, thanks for subscribing. And then someone named Too Much Junk Food donated $200. And someone named Jolly Austin donated $5. And with that $205, I was able to buy a new microwave. And I don't know if you could see it, but she's a real beauty. It's a beautiful microwave. It's got a wheel of some sort down here. And that's because of Twitch. That microwave that I had was going to kill me. Let's just be honest. Every time I put something in there for longer than 30 seconds, it would make a horrific popping noise, and it would look like a lightning storm inside of it, no matter what I put in there. So that was going to kill me, and as fun as that is on Halloween, it's not something that I want to happen in real life. So I want to thank Too Much Junk Food for basically buying the microwave. And also, I don't want to overshadow Jolly Austin for also donating. So One Man Nativity Scene has subscribed. So thanks, One Man Nativity Scene. I put together a little video of myself purchasing the microwave at Home Depot. And I'm going to show it to you. It's not too great. I had, they have people that work out in front of the Home Depot that are just waiting for work. And so I had, I gave one of those people a little bit of money to follow me around and take some video. So let's see what it looks like here.
It's nobody's birthday. Don't light a candle on the
Okay.
cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. No need to uncork the wine. 'Cause it's
Okay.
nobody's birthday but mine. It's nobody's birthday. No tail on the donkey today.
Okay, so was there music on that? Were you able to hear music? I don't know. But that's basically what happened. So I want to thank Too Much Junk Food for the donation of the microwave here on Twitch. And I was having a hard time with it because Jolly Austin also put $5 in, which is no small amount of money in these times. So I didn't know how to do the credits. I was thinking, well, I could do... What is, Alexa, what is 20 to... I'm sorry, Alexa, what is 200 divided by 5?
From jcarchibald.com, 200 is the natural number following 199 and preceding 201.
Alexa, volume 8.
Oh, hi.
Thanks, Raziel's Lament. We're going to get to this. Alexa, what is 200 divided by 5?
200 divided by 5 is 40.
Okay.
40, okay. So what I was thinking is I could put Too Much Junk Food in the credits for 40 times as long as Jolly Austin, but then you'd be looking at the credits forever,
Okay.
or it would be super short. So anyway, I want to thank both of them because there's no small amount, but Too Much Junk Food, that was extremely generous of you to buy the microwave for Henry's Kitchen, and I was able to turn it around pretty quick, mostly because I was afraid for my life and I had to use the microwave. But also, we here at Henry's Kitchen, and by we I just mean myself and my cat Roast Beef, we like to give back to the people who are supporting us. So Too Much Junk Food bought us a microwave with the help of Jolly Austin. And I missed some people here. Prince Kenny, thanks for subscribing. 69% Dead Inside has resubscribed. Regularly Consume Water has resubscribed. And Raziel's Lament gifted 5 tier 1 subs. The Derpy Owl resubscribed. Ibo 9000 has resubscribed. One Man Nativity Scene, which I think we did. Oh, and XODN 3300, Alexandrian Doodles. Okay, a lot to get to today.
Okay.
And thanks Spinach Chin for subscribing. Well, let's first take a look at what's happening on the roast beef front. My cat Roast Beef. I don't know if you noticed in the intro that he's got a new hat. This is actually not a new hat. I bought this to try to get him into modeling for one of my videos, and that never really worked out. But I'm going to start putting more and more adventurous things on Roast Beef. The problem is they really have to be stills because
Oh, hi.
Mr. Bister, thanks for gifting a sub. They have to be stills because he takes this stuff off really fast. Hello, I'm a Truck just subscribed. Thanks, Hello, I'm a Truck. Spinach Chin also has subscribed. So I just heard a beep. I don't know what that was. Did you guys hear a beep? Anyway, let's go back and find, that's kind of creepy. Oh, and hopefully you enjoy some of these extra decorations. I've got some orange lights. I've got a pretty awesome bat there with some more skeletons. Tablecloth there, which unfortunately I found out that I'm going to have to go into some of these cupboards in order to get some of my ingredients. So I hope I don't disrupt it too much. I should have gotten the stuff out first. But anyway, that's a badass microwave we got there, and I can't wait to use it. Let's take a look at roast beef. I've got the roast beef cam going. He's sleeping. He seems to be sort of over that thing that I put on him. I might take it off of him because I don't like the idea of him having this uncomfortable thing there. I figure if he's not even using it anyway, he might as well just sort of not have it, you know. I don't care. Okay, so let's maybe we should open with a song this time because we don't usually do that. There's a couple of song requests we have. Start with a song request we got from someone on the Discord. I believe this was a request from Kaffee.
Okay.
Thanks, Gaffee. Kaffee, Kaffeefee, requested this song from Bob Seeger, which I'm going to try to do. He's got a much better voice than I do, but I'm going to try. Who's that? Good Without God, subscribed. Okay, so Let's try to find the best key. No, that one's a little tough. I'm gonna do the capo. It's called Still the Same. Do you hear that okay? Help! Song requested by Kathy. You always won every time you placed a bet. You're still damn good. No one's gotten to you yet. Every time they were sure they had you caught, you were quicker than they thought. You just turn your back and walk. You always said the cards will never do you wrong. Trick you said was never play the game too long. This is about me playing straight. The gambler's share, the only risk that you would take, the only loss you could forsake, the only bluff you couldn't fake. And you're still the same. I caught up with you yesterday, moving game to game, no one standing in your way, turning on the charm long enough to get you by. You're still the same, you still aim high. Maybe this could be about a gamer friend that you have. There you stood, everybody watched you play. I just turned and walked away. I had nothing left to say, 'cause you're still the same. Game to game, still the same. I caught up with you yesterday, moving game to game. Some things will never change. Oh, you're still the same. All right, so that was
Delicious.
for Kathy. Anonymous donated $10. Thank you so much, Anonymous. That's very nice of you. And let's consider that part of the microwave as well, because if you notice, there was a little bit of tax on there. So thanks to Anonymous, we just absolutely covered the cost of the microwave. Anonymous, Too Much Junk Food, and Jolly Austin. Very nice of you folks. Gaff fee, yeah, $215 microwave. That's no small microwave that we have here. It's got all kinds of features that I'm gonna learn too. It's got stuff like, you know, popcorn 3 levels. Like there's 3 levels of popcorn. That's amazing. I've always just had 1 level. It's got a sensor reheat and sensor cook, so it's got some kind of sensor in there that cooks it for you. 10 levels of power, auto defrost, keep warm, cooking timer clock, more and less, and it's got a wheel. But what I'm most excited about is it's got a clock on it, so at any given time I'm gonna know exactly what time it is when I'm in the kitchen, which my old one did too, but again, the old one was sort of a deadly weapon. See what's going on here. Hidewhite2 says warm chode. Yeah. Yeah, I think I had a toaster oven that had warm chode option, which I don't even remember what that meant exactly. But Elowith says we're going to see it next stream. Prince Kenny says hopefully you can get a priest to get rid of the poltergeist. Yeah. Now, if this one starts doing that lightning thing again, that's definitely a poltergeist at that point. Silly Sergey says, does it come with a preheat option? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the keep warm. Zodbane says your bat is upside down. Well, I guess you're right. Yeah, bats tend to hang from their legs, so maybe I'll fix that. Let's do another song here. We got a request from someone named on the Discord, Phaedrus. Phaedrus wanted to hear this song, which is a cool song. It's going to be about trying to find that key, though, because it's... Okay, so I'm going to take it way down. This is Steve Winwood was the singer on this one, and it's a song by the band Blind Faith. And we've all heard it on the radio. I've never tried to play it, but it's a cool song. Come down on your throne and leave your body alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting for so long. Somebody holds the key. Well, I'm near the end and I just ain't got the time. And I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. Sorry about being way off key on this one here, but it's kind of tough here. Come down off your throne and leave your body alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting so long. Somebody holds the key. I don't hold the key, apparently. Well, I'm near the end and I just ain't got the time.
Okay.
And I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. I know that part's wrong. Can't find my way home. Can't find my way home. Can't find my way home. In case you're wondering, this is a song about a guy who can't find his way home and he can't find his key, which I think we've all been there. Can't find my way home. Okay. Oh, Elowith says you threw your old microwave away, but it's going to reappear in the kitchen. Boy, I hope not. That thing is hopefully long gone. I did, when I left my apartment, I saw a microwave on the street. It was one that people were throwing away, and I was amazed, and I was very tempted to take that microwave and keep the $200 that Too Much Junk Food gave and maybe spend it on booze or something. But I thought that's something that the old Henry would have done maybe a month ago. But this is the new Henry who who gives back to the community of Twitch, and that's the choice I made. So I bought the microwave, and then I took a credit card out and spent $200 on booze. Jolly Austin 1 says, so you're saying, uh-oh, it went by too fast. So you're saying we need to start a beer fund? Well, no, I think that's okay. I don't want to go down that road. There's an old joke about a guy who is a panhandler, and he says to another guy, hey, can you give me some money? And then the guy says, well, you're just going to spend it on booze. And the other guy says, well, no, I have booze money. So I don't want to get into a situation like that. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into our recipe here now. Take a quick peek at roast beef there, sleeping very well. That's nice to see. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to go into this to get some of the ingredients here, which is going to be tricky. Let's just do the best we can here. Okay, let's get into our ingredients, the ones that I have in front of me anyway. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got some stuff. I've got two different types of olives, black olives and green olives. The reason for that is I didn't know if I was going to get the wrong olive, so I went ahead and got two. You can never have too many olives in your cupboard. 2 eggs. I've got some bread. This is pretty old bread, but I think it'll probably be okay. And some butter. So I'm going to start by taking our bread here. And we're going to be cutting a hole into it. We just want 2 slices of bread. I don't know. This seems to have some kind of mold growing on it. I don't think we're going to use that. Shit. Let's see what the expiration date is on this. You know, it really bums me out when they don't give you an expiration date on this stuff. Oh, I see. It's on this thing. Best by September 26th. Okay, so that's too much. Nah, yeah. It's past that. Unfortunately, I hate to do this, but I didn't eat this bread in time, so we're going to have to throw this away. I do have some other bread that I got at the farmer's market. I hate that. I'm going to wash my hands too, because that's some kind of mold. I've got Halloween towelettes. Okay, so this is jalapeno bread that I bought at the farmer's market, which is probably going to be okay. I'm so hungry I might just eat this while we're doing this. I'm going to take from the very middle because we need a big piece. This isn't ideal bread for this. Are you still there? Hello. 4-cent bread molding.
Okay.
Holy Moly Mo just subscribed. Along with some others that I missed, I think, when I was doing the songs. We've got Biscuit Tornado, Anonymous, tip $10. Thanks again, Anonymous. Beelzebub. Jose freaking Perez. Burgundy with a W. And yeah, I think we're caught up at that point, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Fifth Elemental just subscribed.
Okay.
And so did DSBT. Oh, somebody cheered 400 bits, but it's in a different language, so I don't see the name. Gaffy. Hello, I'm a truck. I remember these. Okay. Spinach Chin. Very graphic name there. Game Master Flash says, wash that cutting board. Yeah. Oh, that's right, because I just had a bunch of... Do you mean because I had mold on it? Well, shit. Now I contaminated this anyway, so... You know what? We're going to be cooking it, so... Or you know what I'll do is... I'll just flip it over like that. But either way, our first order of business here is going to be... We are going to cut a hole in our, wait. We're going to cut a hole in our bread. Let's just start with that. I'm sorry, Bat. I'm going to have to put this aside. Got a couple of ingredients here. We're going to need some beets for our bloodshot eyes, and I'm going to take also, if we could find a small peanut butter, that would be good. Yeah, we've got one here. All right. You want to take your peanut butter lid and you want to press it inside of your bread, like so. Hold it down there for a bit. Look at that. Came out perfect. So we're not going to throw this away. Don't you worry. We're keeping that. Otherwise, I would have used that shitty bread that we had to begin with. Okay. Yeah, someone mentioned there's already holes in this bread, so I'm going to try to put my holes in a place where there aren't any for obvious reasons. Jose freaking Perez says, careful, Henry. Those peanut butter lids can be sharp. Yeah. This is not child's play, what we're doing here. Can you use scissors instead? Dragiop says. Yes. Now, the other method that you can use is take a Sharpie, go around here, and then cut scissors around it. That's how we did our Big Mac middle bun. But the problem there is that if you get any of that Sharpie ink in your mouth, you will die. That is poison. You are not supposed to be eating. And it says right on the label, this is not for oral consumption. Okay, so let's just pop this out. It's unfortunate that that broke, but that's because we're using a bread that's not the right size. But so we might have a couple of problems here. I'm going to pull the recipe up on the internet because I thought I printed it out, but I'm using a recipe from, where's my other, oh, I see, it's two-sided, okay. Eggs in a basket. I'm gonna credit the website in a second here. Real House Moms is the name of the website that I'm getting the eggs in the basket part. Call it eggs in a basket or egg in a hole. It doesn't matter what you call this simple breakfast. Make it. You'll understand why it's so loved. Crispy bread and runny egg for breakfast. Can anything be better than this to start your day? Besides my favorite tater tot breakfast casserole, eggs in a basket are one of those easy, no-fuss breakfasts that you can have every single day, yet you won't get bored of it. Bread with golden crust, gooey center, and a piece of crusty bread to scoop out the egg. I cannot stress enough how important it is to have your breakfast every morning. This is from, again, Real House Moms, so they know what they're talking about. For me, breakfast is like fuel to start my day. I can't even imagine a single day without breakfast. Saying that I don't like breakfast or spend hours preparing my brekkie. Most of the time, I prefer making something ahead of this, like breakfast casserole, easy blueberry banana muffins, or granola breakfast cookies that I can grab and leave for work or the gym or anything else. On busy weekdays, the breakfast needs to be easy, quick, and this, egg in a basket, recipe fits the bill. Sorry. This is not relevant. We're trying to find. Okay. Start. It says start with a loaf of good quality sandwich bread, and we fucked that up already. So, all right. I'm having a very... Is anybody on the website? Because I'm having a hard time finding where it teaches you how to do the... Okay, here we go. Using a sharp round cookie center cut out of the center of the bread. Butter each side, including the cutouts. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So, cut out the center of the bread. Butter each side. So I've got butter now. And it's all warm now, of course, which is what we want. This is a brand new butter. It's warm where I am. I don't know what about for where it is, what it's like where you guys are, but I'm just still waiting for this heat wave to go away. Alexa, what is the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 58 degrees. By the way, I also know about your air quality. Try asking, what's the air quality today?
What's the air quality today? Okay. All right, well, that's actually not that hot, so I'm thinking it's probably because okay, yeah, it's because I had the oven on preheating, and I don't think we use the oven for this one. So that explains that. Okay, so we're supposed to be buttering both sides of this, as well as our insert pieces. Again, both sides. If you're just joining us, we're making Halloween googly egg eyes in a basket. Not a literal basket, but a bread basket. We tried to use a different kind of bread, but it was moldy because I didn't eat it in time, which is very unfortunate. Did I do the other side of this? Oh, I don't think I did. I can really feel this butter melting beneath my hands. Okay. I think we're good on that. I'm going to put this butter away. Here's my coffee. next step. Heat a heavy griddle on medium heat. We do have our griddle. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to borrow the roast beef cam. So let's get one more quick look at him. I'm gonna have to borrow that camera so that we can see it. Such a pain in the ass. Okay. Oh man, I'm sorry about all the dead time here, guys. I spent so much time on making that video and also decorating the place that I didn't really have enough time to do all the prep for the meal, so please forgive me on that. But anyway, we have a camera set up here. This is what we're going to be using as our griddle. This is a convection thing, medium, and it wants us to heat a heavy griddle on medium high. This thing's pretty heavy. Let's zoom in a little bit. Henry, you look yoked, brother. Are the muscles just from cooking, or are you working out? It was me. Thank you, brother. Very kind of you. I'm not working out or anything. I'm just here in my kitchen eating. Maybe I'm eating a little better. I've been a little busier, you know, going to the Home Depot. Hairplane says, get him a new one of these from the Goodwill. Prince Kenny says, Henry, who was filming you in your short film? Perhaps it was the Poltergeist. No, I mentioned, you might not have been there, but it was, they have these people that work at the Home Depot that just wait around for handiwork, you know, like construction work and whatnot. And so I gave someone $20 and they took the video. Shane, yes, another reminder that we need another episode of Henry's Gym. Yeah. It's been, I think it's been about 10 years since I made my first episode of Henry's Gym, the Spartacus workout part 1, and then I just never did the rest of it. Might be interesting to see the two back to back, because I will have aged 10 years in there. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Place the buttered bread, including the cutout, on the hot griddle. Cook for 1 to 2 minutes until it's light golden brown and crispy. Do they mean all the bread? I'm not sure, but I think that's what they mean. So we're going to do this. We're putting our bread into this thing. I know this looks boring now, but it's going to be very Halloween-y. Alexa, set timer for 1 to 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
Until it's light, golden, and is crispy. Then we're going to flip the bread slice and the cutout. And we're going to break 1 egg slowly on the hole. Okay. So it says here, guys, it's got a couple of pointers. Start with a loaf of good quality sandwich bread. So I'm glad we switched out with the other one. Bread slices should be firm and thick big enough to hold an egg in the middle. We might have fucked that part up. Sorry, botched it up. I know I've been getting in a little trouble for using foul language, and I just want to say that that's probably from my years of being in the kitchen. It's a very stressful lifestyle, because every time you go into the kitchen, you're facing an enormous amount of pressure with fucking, you know, you've got sharp objects, you've got fire, you've got the threat of public humiliation. Alexa, how much time left on the timer?
You have 20 seconds left on your 2-minute timer.
Okay, so we're just about there. We're gonna flip this. Did anybody just hear a weird bang? I did for some reason. I don't even think I need a spatula for this. Alexa, stop. Okay, Alexa, set a new timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
Ooh, that is hot. I'm gonna go ahead and use a utensil. See, this sucks. That's not supposed to happen there. It's because we had to go to that other kind of bread. Plus it's sticking to the thing. So we have problems already. Both of these things are busted. And people ask why I say bad words. Okay, so hopefully that's gonna hold our... Alright, the other thing that's very important is I'm gonna take some of our canola oil and I'm gonna put it in that hole, otherwise everything's gonna stick. Plus it makes it taste a little more delicious. Okay, so we should get ready for our next step here. Which is going to be flip the bread. Okay, this is the last step of the eggs in a basket part. We're going to break one egg slowly on the hole. We're going to sprinkle a little salt and pepper, cover it, and cook for a minute on medium heat and serve. Okay, so this is going to be tricky. I'm going to cut this thing. I'm sorry, I'm going to break this thing. And I've got to get that stuff situated in the hole, not outside of the hole, otherwise it's not going to cook correctly. And I have to do it within a minute's time. So this is going to be a little stressful, but I think we can do it. Alexa, how much time left on our timer? Oh, there it is.
Your 2-minute timer is ringing.
Alexa, stop. Okay, that's one. Alexa, set timer for 1 minute. Oh, fuck. I got a huge shell in there. Damn it.
1 minute, starting now.
I got a big shell. I got it out. I think I got the shell out. So that was a close one. All right, and it says cover. Alexa, how much time left on the timer?
You have 40 seconds left on your 1-minute timer.
Okay. Stuff is working. I'm going to throw these away. Wow, we actually have a little bit of leisure time. What do we do? Okay, after this, we're going to take these out and we're going to put them on our plate. I'm getting real hungry, guys. I don't know about you. Kairosa says, you do such a great job under pressure. How do I manage? Alexa, stop timer. I don't know. I guess that you can't get too caught up in it. At the end of the day, it's only food, you know? All right. Alexa, how much time left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
Okay, I must have forgotten to put the timer. But that looks about right. Let's turn this off. Does it look a little runny? Yeah, no, it's not cooked. That's not good for you. I think we need to continue this. Maybe I'll put it on high. One looks okay. That's what Ninja 736 says. Which one? Well, no, from what I can see, they both are just pools. They're little puddles. And we can't have that. So I like mine a little bit more cooked. So we'll leave that in there a little bit more. Hacklin says, I cooked your Mexican pizza today and it tasted okay. I couldn't reach your high standards, but McDonald's saw the result. And they said if I can make food like that look good, I can also sell their product. Yeah, McDonald's is a huge, huge company. Anything that they offer you, you should go for it. Let's see what else we've got here. DJ Senpai says, how come people say that 9/11 was an inside job when the planes come from the outside? Yeah, I think that's where the whole theory falls apart. Dampiel, Henry, how's your TikTok doing? Oh yeah, so we've got a TikTok now, and it's called Henry's Kitchen, and my relatively new Twitch friend Quanto set it up with an even newer friend named Hyder, and I am very proud to announce that one of the videos has about 900,000 plus views on it. It's people making fun of me from all different countries, of course, but Dry Men McBuster just resubscribed. Thanks, Dry Men McBuster. Let's think a little bit about how we're going to handle the next order of business here. It's not going to be easy. We're going to top each filled egg with an olive slice, and then we're going to place our beets into the open part of the olives. Okay, so this is going to be very complicated. We want to decorate it to look like bloody veins. So we're just gonna kind of improvise here. Let's see how our eggs are doing. Alexa, how much time left?
There are no timers set.
Okay, these are definitely done. And they're the way that I like them too, so let's stop that. It's not stopping. It's literally just not stopping. There it is. Okay. Let's get... You know, maybe we can do something Halloween-y with these little circle bits. All right, and let's put them on our plate. Uh-oh. Okay, well that's unfortunate. They cooked, it turns out they were cooking quite a bit on the bottom, which sucks. Yeah, so it's just, now I'm afraid to see what's going to happen on this part here. I knew it smelled a little burned. Okay, actually that looks pretty damn good. So maybe it's just these parts that got burned. But the egg is solid inside of that. And so then we have our other one. So I don't really care that it's broken, you know. So we were going to do something Halloween-y with these, but they look pretty Halloween-y anyway. Okay, Miss Stelly's gifted shadowy nights. Thanks, both of you. Drag job, it's fine, just show the good side of the bread for the picture. Yes, I think I'm going to do that right now. Very cool. No one needs to know what's going on behind the scenes, or behind the bread as it were, and it might not have been. Okay. Now we're going to start decorating. For our olives, the olives need to be pitted. You know what? This is a little spontaneous, but when I was browsing, I saw one cool image of someone making a sort of a spider configuration out of the olive, and I'm going to try to do it now. But basically, you just take the olive, maybe 2 olives, and we'll take a sharp knife here. I think what they did was something like this. It was like tarantula. So maybe if we take our bread here, put the olive in the middle, these things aren't going to stay. Okay. Yeah. There we go. It looks like I've got some kind of gross spider or something on that one. So maybe we'll put this here. And then for this other thing, we need to do our eyeball. So we're going to make a bloodshot eye. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to use Lynx 512. Just resubscribe. Thanks, Lynx. God, this thing is impossible. You know what? I'm going to try a little trick here. You take a knife and you go like this. It's a little trick my grandmother taught me that she said she learned when she was in the joint. There, that worked like a charm. There we go. Thanks, Grandma. All right. So let's go ahead and use a different kind of olive for this one. That one opened pretty easy. Let's do this olive in there. And let's start adding some of our beet juice around it. It's supposed to look a little more bloodshot than that, but
Okay.
Rain Yaren gifted to Henry's grandma. That was very nice. How does that work? Did somebody just happen to have an account named Henry's grandma? Looks more like an eye infection is what the osculator says. Yeah, it's not quite there yet. It doesn't look like an eye. Let's go back to our goal pick here. So they have an olive. Yeah, so we're trying something very different here. Let's get more of this stuff on there. If we had that there, that would be awesome. But it sort of disappears. Maybe I'll take an actual beet. Maybe we'll put the beets around it. Okay, I can't get it to look like an eyeball, unfortunately. But we definitely made this thing look like a tarantula. At least from a distance. Okay. I'd say we're just about done here. What can we do with these? You know, maybe we can try something fun here. I'm gonna poke a little hole, and wow, that's really not easy to poke a hole into. We're gonna do our own little egg in a basket, but we're gonna call it olive in a basket, and hopefully it'll look like an eyeball. I'm not going to put a black olive in there because we wouldn't see it, but that's why it's great that I got the green one here. But the green one has this red thing in the middle of it. But anyway, that looks pretty much like some kind of kooky Halloween eye. And then maybe if I use the other side, then we can have a black olive. It's all about contrast, really. And oh my, where would we ever find some beet juice? Right there. And let's do the same thing here. Well, the eyes should be together. Here we go. This is Henry's spooky googly eyes egg in a basket. It's bloody and scary, and that's gonna make a nice little treat that you can serve the neighbors or the neighbors' kids. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna clean up some of this beet juice here. Boy, that beet juice does not want to go away. I think I might have permanently stained some shit here. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Now for the fun part. Let's eat it. Maybe I'll start with start with this thing. Ooh, scary. That's nasty. Nah, this is too burned, and the beet juice is not very good. I'm gonna try this one here. Boy, that is very burned. I want to see what the bottom's like on. It's a real bummer because it looked great on the top.
Okay.
Thanks, K4 Master. Is there anything harmful about eating burned stuff? Because if there is, then I'm in trouble. Okay. That's an improvement. The egg is fine, actually. Yeah. I don't really have a problem with the egg part. It's jalapeno bread, which is causing a little bit of a, got a little zing to it. Yeah, Blue Sixes says we got something edible. Let's call that a win. I'll call it a win. I think it's pretty good. You just can't eat the burned stuff. So I won't be eating that, unfortunately, and I don't like to waste stuff. But I'm definitely enjoying the egg. I don't know if you guys joined me yesterday, but we did a random spontaneous Saturday afternoon stream. Where I made this. It was, we called them, what did we call them? Henry's Zombie Cat Burger Cakes. And came out pretty good. Definitely tastier than the thing that I just made today. So that was fun. So we're starting to get a lot of Halloween treats here. Let's go ahead and take a look. We got a whole mess of Halloween shit here, including a dessert item if we want. I'm gonna have a little more coffee. Maybe I'll take a bite of this thing. Yeah, that's good. Unfortunately, we found out that it's about 1,000 calories. Maybe 980 because it's a low-fat rice patty in there. But anyway, yeah, this is breakfast. Maybe it's time to do a couple more songs. I can put the roast beef cam back on roast beef. Maybe we'll do that.
Okay.
Not really anything interesting going on there. He's basically just sleeping still. Hope he's sleeping. Every now and then I like to give him a little poke. Make sure. I like to make sure he's okay. He's very old. Very old cat. Well, we'll have just a couple more bites. If you can manage to eat around the burned parts of the bread and just get that egg and avoid the beets and the olive, then you've got a pretty good egg breakfast there. Not great. I'm not gonna lie, that's really not very good. Fant Q just resubscribed, thanks. Let's go ahead and do some more songs. Alexa, how much time left on the timer?
There are no timers set.
Oh, that's right. I don't think I set. We have a request from, let's see. Okay. This is kind of a fun one to do for me because I always sing off key, and I don't know if that's why we got requested for this one, but this one came from Bill the Thrill on the Discord. Bill the Thrill wanted to hear this song, which was originally a Beatles song, but it was covered by Joe Cocker, and then it was used as the theme song for the show The Wonder Years, if I remember correctly. And here we go. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? You probably would, actually. Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll not try to sing out of key. Oh, I'll get by with a little help from my friends. Gonna get high with a little help with my friends. Yeah, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. I do when my love is away? Does it worry you to be alone? How do I feel by the end of the day? Are you sad 'cause you're on your own? Oh, I'll get by with a little help from my friends. Ooh, I'm gonna get high with a little help from my friends. Try with a little help from my friends. And then there's do you need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could you to love. Okay, so that one wasn't, I didn't do a great job, but I hope that, Bill the Thrill wasn't too disappointed with that. We've got another song here. Okay, this is a song here that was very popular in the 70s, I believe. Jeebus of Serbia just subscribed. Thanks, Jeebus. Okay, yeah, let's see what we can do with this one. Actually, I should probably use the pick. Well, I think this is a raised key here. Oh, before we go any further, I want to say some very important thank yous to the people who've made this possible. Starting with the moderators: Dingo Bop, Fawcan, Dom Beef, Hottest Bear, Do Dingle, Dog Goggy, Dr. Flanges, and Bacchus. I want to thank Quanto for all of the amazing work that he does with these transitions that I have, which are pretty amazing. It's pretty cool to be able to make... Uh-oh. Roast beef is gone. I'm going to have to figure out what happened to him in a little bit. But thanks, Quanto, and his friend Hyder, who set up a TikTok, which is doing really well. So thanks, Quanto and Hyder. I want to thank my friends from the early days of Twitch, Bumble Vision, VLGX, Daisy Blossom, Melon95, Pilskman, and Sir Doom. And I also want to thank Nim. Nim is the first streamer who had me on his stream and talked me through getting my own channel and some of the technical stuff, and just gave me so much support. And no stream of mine would be complete if I didn't thank Nim for doing that, because it's really it's been a lot of fun. And there's a lot of big streamers that show Henry's Kitchen videos, just to name a few: Brian W. Foster, Moon, the XQC, Emaru, Forsen. So thank them very much for showing the Henry's Kitchen videos, and I hope, and I want to thank Shane Yes, and also all of the people that compile these clips and put them on Reddit and stuff, because they get a lot of traffic, and the idea is to hopefully get people to come join us here for the cooking streams. I think we're almost at 30,000 followers, which is pretty fantastic. So I'm feeling really good about it, and you know, we're making good food when you think about it. I mean, we're making complicated food anyway. All right, so let's try to do this song here. I'm going to do the best I can. The artist is Neil Diamond, and a lot of people maybe about 10 years older than I am, probably, if not losing their virginity, they probably at least messed around a little bit in the back seat of their dad's Ford Mustang back in the 70s to this song here. I think. I don't know. Where it began, I can't begin to knowing, but then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, then spring became a summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seemed so good. It's covered up. To believe they ever would. Oh, duh, duh. Look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. The grammar in this song's terrible. And when I hurt, hurting runs off my shoulder. How can I hurt when I'm holding you? Warm, touching warm, and I'm reaching out. I don't want to mess up the chorus again. Touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never feel so good, so good. I'd be inclined to believe they never would. Oh, no, no. Chorus one more time. Sweet Caroline, sometimes never felt so good. Sweet Caroline, I believe they never could. Sweet Caroline, to believe you never should. Fades out. Sweet Caroline, to believe I never would. Oh, could, should, did. Okay, so there's that song. That was Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline, featured in many, many movies and pop culture throughout the last 50 years. Certainly the soundtrack of my life in my early teens. I remember my friends and I would blast that song on our car stereo when we were driving our dad's Chrysler Fifth Avenue or whatever the hell it was. Show up to the high school parking lot and try to pick up on the ladies. You know, at the whatever the place was called, Starbucks or whatever. And this was only a couple years ago, actually. Tim left. Did you ever play this song on a boat? No, I never have, but it's interesting that you bring that up. I have a book that I read when I'm in the bathroom.
Okay.
Sarwin just resubscribed. Thanks for resubscribing. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Everyone type Forson says, did you know a cow without legs is called ground beef? I did not know that, but that's very interesting. Chet Wow says, did you know that the original lyric was, would you throw ripe tomatoes at me? But Ringo was worried the audience would pelt him with tomatoes. Yeah, wow, I did not know that. At first I was thinking you were talking about Sweet Caroline, and I think he was probably worried about the same thing, but yeah, you got to be careful when you put it in a song, because they're actually going to do the thing that you're asking them to do. Oh yeah, Mad L818, a book you read in the bathroom. Yeah, there's a book that's got interesting factoids, and one of the factoids was that I think it's the number 10 cause of death in Canadian men from the ages of 30 to 60 is falling off of their boat while standing up trying to urinate and intoxicated. And I think, throughout my years of traveling for work, I believe it. I don't know how they get a statistic like that, and I'm very sorry if that's what happened. Solar Parade says we've all died doing that. Yeah. And it can happen to you. It can happen to me, except for I'd have to be on a boat. Oh, I think we've got a really cool shot of my cat roast beef here. Let's get that.
Okay.
He's pretty chill right now. He's staring out the window. He's had his nap. He likes Halloween. He doesn't like having random stuff put on him the way that I did in my intro here. That might have been a little annoying for him, although he doesn't look like he minds it too much. But it's a nice day outside, and he's just sort of chilling, enjoying himself, and I think that's pretty cool. He's had a bowel movement, so he's feeling comfortable there, and all is right with the world. I think I'm going to have another bite of this guy.
Okay.
Bessadon, thanks. And Beelzebub gifted subs. Sarwin resubscribed. Stifled Creative. Thanks, everybody. Boy, I tell you, you get one of these zombie cakes, get a bite of that. And then take a sip of coffee immediately after. M Loves You 66, read some scary stories to us for and on Halloween. Yeah, I've definitely got some scary ones. I'll go ahead and tell you one right now, actually. This was several years ago. I was on the corner of Pico and La Cienega in Los Angeles, California, and I could swear that I smelled donuts. But I looked around me, and there was an auto shop place, there was some construction, there was like a pawn shop, there was some kind of shady looking massage parlor or something like that. There was a bail bonds thing, and I didn't see anything that looked even remotely like a food place, much less a donut shop. And but I could swear that I smelled donuts. And I looked up on my phone, and I put in Pico and La Cienega, and it said right there that there was a place called Joe's Donuts. But here's the thing. It said closed since 1994. And then I started freaking out because I was like, Joe is haunting these buildings and making donuts as a ghost, and he's making ghost donuts. So I started freaking out, and I started running. And I started running faster, and the faster that I ran, the more I smelled the donuts, and I couldn't escape the smell of donuts. And this is really stupid, but I remember looking into I had a vest pocket, and I had the rest of the donut that I had gotten that morning, and I had completely forgotten about it. And so it really wasn't a ghost, it was just me kind of being an idiot. But that's mostly what ghost stories are. Everyone type Forson says, did you know a cow without legs is called ground beef? No, I did not know that.
Okay.
Poop27 just resubscribed. Anyway, oh, I understand now. Game Master Flash says, no, that was for the neighbor. I think you're talking about this thing. Yeah, no, we'll probably make some fresh ones for the neighbor. I've got plenty of rice patties left and jalapeno bread for more googly eyes in a basket. So anyway, I think it's time for us to part and to think about how much how appreciative we are for the month of October bringing us Halloween and all of the fun people involved and the fun animals. So I want to thank everybody for partaking today. It's my cat. Roast beef. I don't know what that was. He's upset about something. I might have to feed him, actually. So that is not a healthy sound, but he's a good cat. Anyway, thank you guys very much for joining me today. I'll see you on Wednesday morning. It's going to be a little tricky because I'm going to be flying. I'm going to Austin, Texas, and I'm actually going to be performing at a place as part of something called the Altercation Festival. So if you want to look that up, it's in Austin, and I think that the name of the venue that I'm performing at is called the Kick Butt Cafe. And nothing says altercation like kicking butt. So thank you so much for joining me here today. And I hope that you've had a good time, as good of a time as I have. Let's take one last look at what we made today. And not much, but what are you gonna do? So thanks everyone, and happy Halloween, and thanks again to Too Much Junk Food and also Jolly Austin for our new microwave, and also for somebody today who donated $10 to pay for the tax, and the name is escaping me right now, which I hate because oh, and I missed this. Yusuf, our friend Yusuf from our Thursday nights, cheered 46 bits, so that's very nice. And Dr. Hyman McBuster, boy, I missed a whole bunch of people here. Sergeant Baker 0707, Miss Tells, Crazy German, Lynx B12, and then I think I got him from there. DSBT, Fifth Elemental. Sorry, I missed some of these. Biscuit Tornado. Oh yeah, Anonymous was the one who tipped $10. So thanks, Anonymous, and thanks everyone. We have a new microwave, and I'm really stoked. I can't wait to use it, and that was just a very nice thing to do. So thanks everyone, and I hope to see you on Wednesday in some capacity.